All right, ladies and gentlemen, old guy coming at you from Genus Motorsports in Moni, Illinois, with a 2024 Indian Scout Bobber 60, I think is how it's pronounced. This is the smallest bike Indian makes. This is a 999cc V-twin engine, claiming somewhere around 78 horsepower, 65 foot-pounds of torque, and coming in at an MSRP of $10,749. Single front disc, telescopic front fork, non-adjustable, preload adjustable shocks in the rear, belt driven, super low seat height, plenty of power. I mean, plenty of power. My wife even sat on this bike. She's 5'2" and she picked it right up. I'm claiming a wet weight of 548 pounds. But as I said, very low slung. My wife sat on it, 5'2", and she picked it right up. For me, I'm 5'9", and I have a huge bend in my knee. Key is on the side. A decent sound to it. Let's get it on the road. A decent torque pull. I do feel like I'm sliding off the back already. The rider triangle is unique. Very unique. Because it's not quite, I don't know, my feet aren't that far forward, which is pretty good. It's comfortable as far as rider triangle. It's got the same dash as the older Indians. You know, it's not a TFT, it's just the regular analog style dash. Does not have cruise control, which is to be expected. Again, the bike only costs $10,749, and from its primary competitor Harley, well, the next step up would be the Nightster, and that's $13,000, and that's 90 horsepower, if memory serves me correctly, and that's a 975 V-twin. So a little bit more power out of it, but you're paying for it in price. It's very similar to the Indian Scout Bobber 2020, 2021, all the way up to 23. Now you got the new version, the 25s. And those are way different. I really like those, but they are pricey. I mean, for the base, I think you're looking at $13,000 for the base. This one does not have ABS. Very stable. Very stable motorcycle. Does not have an adjustable brake or clutch lever. There is no wind protection, and this is only a 5-speed, so just know that in advance. Should have put it on the RPM gauge before. This is actually quite comfortable. There's not a lot of vibration that I can feel in the foot pegs. There's a little bit of vibration in the hands. The mirrors are mirrors are vibrational. Like, it's not terrible, but looking in the mirror, yeah, like it's vibrating. Ever so slightly. It's quite comfortable though. Yeah, I'm always partial to the fact that when I look at this bike and I think to myself, maybe it should be a little bit cheaper. But when you compare it against the competition from Harley, there isn't any. You know, for the price point. So it's coming in at a price point that's like a couple $1,000s cheaper. And that's phenomenal when you can hit a price point that's cheaper than everybody else. Yeah, that's great. Very, very smooth power delivery. I mean, very smooth power delivery. Leans over, really nice. I did not have a chance to look up what the red line is on this bike. I would guess probably around 6, 5.5, something like that. I'll put it on the screen what the red line is on this bike. It's a very linear power band. Nothing overwhelming. I mean, there's a good torque pull, but it's not overwhelming enough for me to say, oh, it's too much for a little bit less experienced rider. It's, you know, it's not bad. It really is not. That's everything it's got. See, it's not crazy fast, but it's fast enough. You know, I mean, it's really good. I'm not gonna lie, it's a really good bike. You know, people will rag on it because, oh, it's not the big Scout, it's little baby Scout. Yeah, but sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes that's all you want. I love going fast too, but sometimes I just like to cruise. There's a good amount of wind. I'm sure you can hear it. The wind is coming in at an angle. This bike is, the way it's weighted down, it's very low to the ground. It's very nice. Very nice. I mean, can you buy a lot more bike for less money? Yes. Yes, you can. I mean, there are a ton of bikes in the $8,000 to $9,000 price range that are faster than this, that honestly are probably a little bit more comfortable than this. But man, if you are, I don't know, if you're a shorter rider or you want to get something that's got at least good power that you can grow into, but you also want to be, you know, low to the ground, you don't want to, you're worried about dropping, things like that. I mean, literally, I'm like right off of the ground. If I brought my foot down, I'm dragging my foot immediately. And I'm 5'9". My wife is 5'2", and she is almost completely flat-footed on this bike. If I could ever get her to start really riding and filming, man, this channel would blow up. She is the smartest woman I know. I mean, well, she did marry me, so, you know, maybe not super smart. Oh, Lord. Honestly, I find this to be a great bike. I do. It's not overwhelming, it's not crazy, it meets a decent price point. Would I have liked it to be a little cheaper? Sure, we all would. But for the price of $10,749 base, no, this is a good bike. It's a good motorcycle. And I'm loping this engine. It's 1500 RPMs in third gear. I'm not going to shift. I'm just going to leave it there. And it still feels like it has power. It's not like, you know, jerking or anything like that. It's just holding itself very well. Yeah, slow speed. Man. This is a really nice bike. It really is. And it has self-canceling turn signals. So that's always a win. It really is. It's always a win. I was going to get away from the demo a little bit. There you are, ladies and gentlemen. 2024 Indian Scout Bobber 60. I like it. I do. I like this bike a lot. It's got a good sound, a great look to it, and it meets a price point that is super solid at that $10,000 range. It's really nice. Really nice. Special thanks to Genus Motorsports for letting me take this out and give it a quick ride and share it with everybody. If you're in the market for an Indian, head out here. Everybody stay safe. And as always, enjoy the ride.